Imagine this. Before the first light kisses the sky, you're already ahead. Not rushing, not reacting, but owning your morning like a leader stepping into greatness. That's not just a fantasy, it's a decision. A decision to rise not with resistance, but with a vision burning inside you. Most people roll out of bed straight into noise, emails, notifications, chaos. But champions, they rise into silence, into clarity, into power, because the world doesn't shape them, they shape the world. Now picture this. The first minutes after you wake up, those moments are your secret weapon. It's in that stillness, before the demands of life pour in, where your direction is decided. And if you claim that time, you claim your future. There's something magnetic about a mind that begins the day with calm certainty, not running on autopilot, but moving with deep intention. Like the sun doesn't tell the earth it's coming, it just rises. So do you. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being present, focused, aligned. Oprah Winfrey didn't build her legacy by accident. She started each day centered, visualizing, reflecting, owning her energy before the world asked for it. And it shows, because when your morning is grounded, your day follows suit. This isn't about waking up early for the sake of it. It's about waking up for you, before the world claims your thoughts, your time, your soul. When you rise with no purpose, the day decides for you. But when you rise with fire, the day becomes your canvas. So what if your entire life changed because you finally decided to redesign your mornings? Forget the idea that change takes months. The transformation begins the moment you decide your time matters, that your mindset is your foundation, that the first hour of your day is sacred and powerful. Let's flip the narrative. The quietest moment of your day, that's where your greatest power lives. And yet, it's the most overlooked. You don't need a miracle to turn your life around. You need a morning that belongs to you. You don't wake up just to survive the day. You wake up to ignite it. Those first thoughts, those first breaths, they determine everything. Whether you enter the day centered or scattered, driven or distracted, whether you lead your life or let it lead you, there is no neutrality. You're either creating momentum or losing it. And when your morning starts from stillness, not stress, from clarity, not confusion, that's when your inner compass activates. That's when you move with focus, with courage, with undeniable confidence. So ask yourself, what do your mornings say about you? Are you chasing the clock or mastering it? Are you reactive or intentional? Because the truth is, how you begin is how you build, and how you build is how you live. Let's go deeper. That first hour after waking, it's not just a routine. It's a declaration. It's where you say to the universe, I'm not waiting. I'm creating. Some of the most powerful minds of our time understood this. Serena Williams didn't become a champion by chance. She crafted her greatness, moment by moment, starting at sunrise. While others were still deciding how to begin, she had already begun. Because that's the truth. When you control your morning, you shape your identity. You stop being someone who reacts, and you become someone who chooses. Each morning becomes an act of self-respect, a reminder that your time is valuable, that your mind is sacred, that your goals are worth showing up for, even before the world is watching. Imagine walking into your day already victorious, because you've journaled, you've visualized, you've moved your body, you've reconnected with your why. You've already won, before anyone else has even started. That's not just motivation, that's momentum. And momentum is everything. Because once it starts rolling, it keeps you in flow. You're no longer pushing uphill. You're carried by the energy you've built. Don't underestimate this. The power of a clear mind in the morning creates ripple effects all day long. You make sharper decisions. You speak with more purpose. You handle challenges with grace instead of tension. That calm confidence, It's earned, and it starts with the choice to begin your day on purpose, not by accident. Here's a truth most people ignore. Discipline isn't about restriction. It's about freedom. When you set the tone early, you free yourself from distraction later. When you begin with intention, you save hours of drifting and doubt. So what does that look like? It looks like standing tall before the mirror and speaking greatness into your reflection, even if your voice shakes. It looks like reviewing your priorities before scrolling through someone else's life. It looks like writing your goals like they're promises you intend to keep, because they are. This is the hour where you're not pulled by the world. You're grounded in your world. Your future isn't shaped by big events. It's crafted in the quiet rituals you repeat when no one's watching. It's created in the mornings you choose clarity over comfort, vision over reaction. That first hour, that's your training ground, not for perfection, but for alignment, because success doesn't show up by accident. It arrives when preparation meets purpose. And the best preparation happens when the world is still, when the noise hasn't started yet, and your mind is fresh, untouched by distractions. Make it count. There's something sacred about the moment before the world wakes up. It's not just quiet, it's honest. It's where your most authentic self lives, before the roles, the emails, the noise. And in that stillness, there's power. Power to remember who you are. Power to feel the fire again. Not the one that burns out with burnout, but the steady flame that keeps glowing even when things get tough. That flame, it's your passion. And passion isn't loud. It's not always explosive. Sometimes it's a quiet knowing, a deep pull toward something bigger than you. A reminder of why you started in the first place. J.K. Rowling didn't write in luxury. She wrote in cafes, between struggles, with a vision louder than her doubts. What kept her going? A relentless connection to purpose. That's what your morning can be. Not just preparation, but reconnection. Before you do anything, before you speak to anyone, take a moment to go inward. Breathe. Ask yourself, why am I doing this? Who am I becoming? Because without that connection, the day can sweep you away. You'll drift from task to task, feeling busy but not fulfilled. But when you begin with purpose, every move feels aligned. Every action feels meaningful. That's how you stop living on autopilot and start living on purpose. And it's not just about mindset, it's about action. Each morning is a blank canvas. Your pen, intention, your paint, belief, your brushstrokes, discipline. And it doesn't take hours. Sometimes, 10 minutes of clarity is worth more than a day of scattered effort. That's why you must protect your mornings like treasure. Because when you lose your morning, you lose your momentum. But when you win your morning, you start a chain reaction of wins. Don't wait for inspiration to strike. Create it. Let your routine become a ritual, a sacred space where you remember what matters, where you ignite your fire and sharpen your focus. And it's okay if it's not perfect. It's okay if you miss a day. What matters is you return to it, again and again, because this isn't about control, it's about direction. A focused morning leads to a focused life. One where you're not just busy, you're intentional. One where you're not just reacting, you're designing. So set the tone. Before the world claims your time, claim your mission. Before the distractions arrive, anchor yourself in vision. Before you answer to others, answer to your calling. Let's talk about something simple, but transformational. Writing down your goals. Not just thinking about them. Not just dreaming, but capturing them in ink every single morning. Because when you do that, you're not making a list. You're making a commitment. You're telling yourself, this matters. I matter. And that changes everything. Think about people who moved mountains. People like Malala Yousafzai. She didn't just hope for impact. She spoke her truth daily. She focused on what needed to be done, step by step, even when the odds were towering. You don't need the whole staircase. You just need the next step. And the morning is when you choose that step, clearly and consciously. Because clarity isn't a feeling. It's a habit. Your brain is a target-seeking machine. Give it a target, and it starts working, even when you're not paying attention. That's not magic. That's how your mind is wired. But a vague wish, that goes nowhere. A defined intention, that creates momentum. So what are your top 3 today? Not 20. Not everything. Just the few that matter most. The ones that, if done, would move you forward. Even a little. Especially a little. Because consistent forward motion is how big dreams are built. Every major win you've ever admired began with a small action. A page written. A call made. A workout completed. A lesson studied. All starting with the decision to act. And the decision to act begins with the decision to write. This isn't just productivity. This is identity. This is you declaring, I show up for myself. And when you write it down, when you see your mission in front of you, it becomes real. Your subconscious starts to align. You begin to notice things that help. You resist things that hurt. You move with more certainty, more urgency, more focus. Because written goals give direction. Visualized success fuels emotion. And emotion drives action. That's the formula. It's not about willpower. It's about priming your mind. And when your mind is primed, everything flows. Don't underestimate the impact of a 5-minute morning ritual. It can change your trajectory more than a 5-hour scramble later. So tomorrow morning, grab a pen. Define your top outcomes. Picture them done. Feel the energy of completion. Let that emotion pull you forward into decisive, inspired action. You don't need motivation. You need a plan, a visual, a spark. You've got this. And your goals aren't just a to-do list. They're proof that you're building something bigger than comfort, bigger than routine. You're building you. Let's be honest. Success isn't always about talent. It's about timing. And the most powerful timing? That very first move of your day. Momentum doesn't show up fully formed. It's created through motion, through courage, through the willingness to act before you feel ready. Every great leader, every pioneer, from Elon Musk to Maya Angelou, understood this. You don't wait to feel prepared. You prepare by starting. And it begins with that one decision. What's the first meaningful thing I will conquer today? Not later. Not when everything's perfect. But first. Because when you take on your biggest task early, something shifts. Your brain lights up. Confidence kicks in. Suddenly, you're not overwhelmed. You're activated. This is the magic of momentum. It's emotional. It's chemical. It's a chain reaction. You complete something tough, and your brain rewards you. Dopamine, drive, focus. Now you're no longer chasing productivity. You are productivity. And here's the truth. The hardest part of any challenge is starting. Not the work, not the effort, but the resistance you feel before the work begins. So how do you win? You move before your mind talks you out of it. You train yourself to act with courage instead of comfort. And no, it doesn't have to be flawless. It just has to be done. Early wins create emotional leverage. They remind you that you're in charge, that you don't need to wait for ideal conditions. You create them through action. Think of this like lighting a fire. You don't wait for warmth. You spark it. You gather the kindling. You strike the match. You feed it with focus. And once it's burning, you protect it. You guard it. Because that fire, that's your energy, your drive, your clarity. You bring that into your conversations, into your decisions, into every single part of your day. It's not about doing more. It's about doing what matters first. Because procrastination steals your potential in small, invisible moments. It whispers, later. But later is where dreams go to die. You deserve better than that. You deserve progress, power, momentum. So before distractions take hold, Before doubts creep in, take action. One step, one task, one win. That's how you start your day strong. That's how you command your time, instead of reacting to it. That's how you tell the world, I lead, I decide, I move. Every small morning win compounds. You're not just doing tasks, you're building confidence. And confidence, once ignited, is unstoppable. So ask yourself, what's the one bold move I can make now? Then do it. Let your momentum speak louder than your fear. Let your movement silence your hesitation. Because once you win the morning, the day begins to obey you. Let's end where it all begins. Belief. Not the kind you hope for, the kind you live from, the kind that meets you every morning, looks you in the eye and says, you've got this. That belief, it changes everything, because your outer world reflects your inner world, and when your thoughts are aligned with conviction, your actions follow. Your energy shifts. Your outcomes elevate. This isn't theory, it's truth. Ask anyone who's built something world-changing, from Michelle Obama to Dwayne Johnson. What separated them wasn't just skill. It was certainty. They didn't need permission. They didn't wait for validation. They believed, boldly, daily, especially in the quiet moments when no one else was watching. That's where real belief is forged, in silence, in solitude, in stillness. So start each morning with that choice. What am I choosing to believe about myself today? And then speak it out loud, not for the world, for your soul. Say, I am capable. I am ready. I am focused. I am exactly who I need to be to create what I desire. These aren't just words. They are instructions to your mind. They are declarations of identity. Because here's the truth. Your subconscious listens. And it doesn't argue. It accepts what you repeat. So why not repeat greatness? Why not speak your future into motion before your feet hit the ground? Belief is the seed, and your morning is the soil. Nurture it, water it, protect it from the weeds of doubt, and then move. Move in alignment with that belief, with your goals, with your mission, because you weren't designed to drift. You were made to lead. And the world needs that version of you. The one who rises with vision, who acts with intention, who walks into the day already aligned with the energy of success. It's not about hype. It's about identity. You are not waiting for clarity. You are creating it. You are not asking if you're enough. You're declaring that you are. You are not seeking permission. You are giving yourself the green light, because your future doesn't start someday. It begins each morning, with the habits you choose, the mindset you adopt, the words you speak, the action you take. Every day is a chance to rise higher, to believe deeper, to lead louder. So here's your challenge. Tomorrow, don't just wake up, rise. With purpose, with energy, with unwavering belief. Because the world doesn't just need more people working hard. It needs people working from the heart, from fire, from vision. And that's you. Own your mornings, command your mindset, and step into each day knowing you are built for greatness. Win the morning. Win your life.